All right, man. New Arm and Hammer record with The Alchemist. I think it's their second project together. Haram being the first one, which had a great opener, Sir Benny Miles. So I'm just gonna get right into it. Full disclosure, I have already listened to the closer, which was the first single, Super Nintendo. Loved that. Uh, Loved that beat. I know some people didn't love that beat, but I loved it. I thought it was really cool, and I'm super interested to see how that closes the album. Because all of these records that Arm& Hammer does tends to have a general message, which just listening to Super Nintendo by itself is a little hard to gather what that is. So it's always a take dropping your closer off your album as the first single, but it left me wanting to know what that was going to be the closing message of. So could be overthinking it, but this is an Arm& Hammer record, and you're probably going to hear a lot of overthinking. All right, man, let's go.
Jazz hat like Laraaji, black derbies and denim, Conway bag for the boosters. Coco Rosie, codeine trip in the home with no heat. Grandmaster Flash gave me a job. Cold storage, the room is live. Myth of meritocracy, fucking cock and squeeze. Tender-headed black boys sleeping under the ginkgo tree, dreaming of becoming ungovernable. Make trouble for you. 3D printing guns and gentrify public schools. This is Bucktown. All I lost was my mustache. Rank and file, they all cut down. What now? Should've killed me when you had the chance.
I kind of thought that was an introduction with that beat, but that was just right into the verse. Contrarily, Sir Benny Miles has kind of like a long opener with like these weird frequency changes, and this was just hammering the beat right at you as soon as the album opens. So I have to I have to wrap my head around. This wasn't a single, was it? No, okay. Wow, yeah, they just came out and start running into this beat. Yeah, Elucid gets a lot of rep sometimes for being like so esoteric that it's beyond the point of understanding, but this is cool. I mean, whatever, again, it kind of gives this like which a lot of Wood songs do too, with this like African dystopianism, pessimism, nihilism, something in that neighborhood. That's I think I've heard it as like Afro pessimism, but it's at what you often get from these in the moment is sadness, even though there's like this immense energy, and that's what I like about Elucid is he's rapping a lot of the same themes as Woods does, with this like apathy, but Elucid does it with so much energy that it often just sounds like braggadocio, and it's a little more than that. And 3D printed guns in gentrified public schools, that's a line. He's saying y'all brought all these white people in here to bring in 3D printed guns. It's saying a lot. I'm just gonna start it over. We're gonna start fresh. I might talk less. Let's see.
Jazz hat like Laraaji, black derbies and denim, Conway bag for the boosters. Coco Rosie, codeine trip in the home with no heat. Grandmaster Flash gave me a job. Cold storage, the room is live. Myth of meritocracy, fucking cock and squeeze. Tender-headed black boys sleeping under the ginkgo tree, dreaming of becoming ungovernable. Make trouble for you. 3D printing guns and gentrify public schools. This is Bucktown. All I lost was my mustache. Rank and file, they all cut down. What now? Should've killed me when you had the chance. Now it's out your hands. I don't need an advance. I don't dance. Herzog voiceover, the camera pans. Everybody's a cameraman. It's no use writing, rest assured. You're wasting words. The world doesn't turn anymore. Half burns. The other side will never thaw. Burning books to keep warm. Should've killed them when you had the chance.
Overseas, underpasses, cup hand, shield matches, fentanyl dream catcher, 9-5 dream snatcher, bleed you slow once you catch it, say less, it's tacit, should've killed you when I had the chance.
Private pleasure beggars.
Yeah, I mean, the shit that Woods be rapping about is like so high level that it would be easy to cursorily listen to that and gain nothing. But I mean, it's terrifyingly grim in the way he is describing the world, you know, that the world is small, the world is big, it doesn't matter, but I live my life this 9-to-5 dream snatcher, right? I'm caught up in my own thing, and I don't worry about what's happening on the other side of the world. So much that it could be burning, and I wouldn't change anything about what I do. And it really speaks to Woods in his story in general, you know, with the Rhodesian War of Independence, with what's happening and what's happened in that region of Africa and Zimbabwe, and I mean, finally making like what is mainstream news, which, you know, it's been going on forever, is the tragedies in Sudan, you know, and he's speaking to it. I mean, he's speaking to the fact that nothing has changed, and it's a really heavy message when you are saying things about society that are this dark, and this pessimist. And yeah, I mean, it's wild. It's wild, the things that Wood says, especially underlying it with, there's no use writing, rest assured you're wasting words, you know, like, Woods talked about this a lot in Hiding Places too, where, you know, in Hiding Places, he's effectively saying this constant joke that's like, no one's listening to anything you're saying. And it's throughout probably half of the record, some derivative of, why are you wasting your time rapping? Which, for someone who is so critically acclaimed, it's funny to hear Woods in that state of mind, that like, nothing I'm writing is going to change anything. And it's a pessimistic look, but it's true, and it's why it just takes over so much of Woods' thoughts, and it's fascinating. I gotta hear Woods' verse again. We're gonna just you know, this might be a long video, I don't know, but I'm really excited about this.
Now it's out your hands. I don't need an advance.
Dash rank and file, they all cut down. What now?
Should've killed me when you had the chance. Now it's out your hands. I don't need an advance. I don't dance. Herzog voiceover, the camera pans. Everybody's a cameraman. It's no use writing, rest assured. You're wasting words. The world doesn't turn anymore. Half burns. The other side will never thaw. Burning books to keep warm. Should've killed them when you had the chance. Overseas, underpasses, cup hand, shield matches, fentanyl dream catcher, 9-5 dream snatcher, bleed you slow once you catch it, say less, it's tacit, should've killed you when I had the chance.
Private pleasure, beggars banquet, weights and measures, coded language makes her anxious. I can taste it when chicken heads come home to roost. No, it's not the same as Bluetooth, Empress new groove, can't play it straight. Fangs dipped in gold, screw face, who knew? Like Palm Spring reparation, pay more, be poor, that's just basic. Ain't no ambulance, ain't no spaceships for no niggas tonight.
Damn,
No, hell no, hell no, won't be no very special Negro show tonight.
Went to sleep
guys
in
are
retreat
fucking-
and
oh
woke
my
up
God.
defeated.
These guys are fucking legends, man. And the fact that people will listen to that verse from Elucid and just, bruh, I mean, that is absolutely insane. And you know, to everybody out there who appreciates this music, especially black folks, I hope you know that I'm too white to be doing a review like this, but no one else is doing it. So, man, that's the dopest shit I've ever heard, man. Introducing the idea as Emperor's New Groove, can't play it straight. Fangs dipped in gold, screw face, who knew? I mean, this is, if this is not a direct jab at the current American administration, I would be in shock. I mean, that is 100% what Elucid is talking about here. In particular, the Trump, Elon Musk thing, definitely what he's talking about, especially with the Palm Spring jab right here. Emperor's New Groove, of course, about a king. Can't play it straight. Fangs dipped in gold. So, devil fangs dipped in gold, which is such a Trump thing. The gold, everything. Screwface, who knew? Nice little joke right there, like Palm Spring reparation, pay more, be poor. That's just the basics. Again, the way the administration likes to throw away throw the term common sense into everything. You know, it's jabbing of like, no, the poor people pay money to the rich, and the rich people will stay rich and you'll stay poor, and that's common sense. Like, why is everyone questioning the fact that I'm poor, and according to these people talking to me, everyone's doing fine, but I'm not doing fine. I have no money, and the 1% has half of it. So no, I'm not okay. Ain't no ambulance, ain't no spaceships tonight. I mean, that's the disparity of wealth is what's being discussed here, you know? Yeah, cool. We're launching rockets into space. Cool. Tesla's worth $1 trillion. I'm never going to see those things. Whether my country, whether my people see these things, I'm not seeing these things. And those people aren't my people. Those people aren't my people. My people are not, don't do shit like that. So, yeah, it's definitely a jab. Definitely a jab. And I like it, especially that last. I really respect these artists so much in the way that they say things, in, again, a cryptic but not crazy cryptic kind of way, but just beautiful poetry is what it is. It's just great poetry. You have to read it a few times. You have to, you know, put an effort in to get the message, but the message is right there, which is cool.
Hell no, won't be no very special Negro show tonight.
Went to sleep in retreat and woke up defeated. Every man for himself, that's the edict. God side with the winners, the thief next to Jesus. I wanted to be better than my father, but history just repeated. Mystery God, but y'all still looking for a reason. Broken men playing out the string, it's football season. December in Cleveland, lining up, but in my heart already beating. Narrow cotton SRO, no mirror, I already know. Killers on the stairs, man in a hole, I'm through running.
The universal cycle. Body of death.
What is death? Is it another part of living?
Wow. Wow. That's gonna beautifully lead into the next song. This feels a lot of the same as Woods' first verse. It almost feels like they wrote a whole verse and then split up half of it. So like 8, 8, 8, and 8 versus 16 and 16, like Woods and Elucid comment. I feel like this is gonna maybe do a lot of that. They did a good amount of that in Super Nintendo, which was the first single. So I'd be curious to see if they do a lot of these kind of going back and forth versus, I think what Armand Hammer has done more is just Elucid spits and then Wood spits, or Wood spits and then Elucid does. So it's cool seeing them go back and forth on an individual song more than they have been. But his verse does feel like a thematic continuation. And again, with this, like, everything in your life is designed to distract you, and you're being distracted. mystery God, but y'all still looking for a reason. Broken men playing out the string. Yeah, this is again, it's nihilistic, but it's beautiful, and I kind of, again, I don't want to say it's so much about apathy in life, but it's in the sense of like, where is the understanding of humanity, and where does humanity play into my perspective of the world? So again, a lot of these, and Woods does this a lot of like bashing at religion and gods. You know, I remember there's a line in Christine on Aethiopes where he says, it's telling the story of these cars, and you know, a person dies in a car accident, and he says, one died, she survived, asked why, I replied, God's not real. And then it continues, you know, ducked the question in a hospital room full of flowers, I plucked the best one. In a world full of cowards, it's bound to be tension. That yeah, I wanted to be better with my father, but history just repeated. Mystery God, but y'all still looking for a reason. I think we're gonna start talking about war here pretty soon, which is I'm excited about. I feel like that's gonna be a topic of conversation. Peshawar, I'm not sure what that's a reference to. I'm not sure what the first song was a reference to either. I think it's I'm not sure. Maybe an instrument or something. This might be an instrument too, or I remember seeing the track list before where there was a couple of Afghani cities, kind of alluding to themes of war, or the war in Afghanistan, or like American wars. So I'm interested. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. I do want to get this from the end. I do want to get this.
Body of death.
What is death? Is it another part of living?
Does it mean to be born again?
Is it full of pain or great ecstasy?
At a desk now, twice exiled, black Gentile, 4 quarters short, rough with a...
Hold on. I know this is also The Alchemist, but is this the Meet the Grams beat? Pretty sure this is the Meet the Grams beat. Dun, dun, dun. Oh no, is it Meet the Grams? Yeah, I think it is. One of the Kendrick disses uses this beat. Certainly, if not the whole. That is a very recognizable beat in mainstream hip hop, because that's, when it's all said and done, that might be Alchemist's biggest record is Meet the Grams, and he didn't even like intend to do that. Kendrick just dropped it on a beat that he had sent him months ago. I think I heard Alchemist say that in an interview, but yeah, it wasn't like a intentional thing he was making. So now here's the beat that maybe Armand Hammer had first. So this is interesting. I'm excited about this.
Does it mean to be born again?
I didn't see it
Full of
coming.
pain or great ecstasy?
It doesn't sound like the beat at all when it starts.
At a desk now, twice exiled, black Gentile, 4 quarters short, rough with a walk, white Wally wave jumper. Growing older and younger, rappers make me sick like airport mall fragrance on empty stomach. Bismarck stutter step going off. Africa in the tick of the crump. Gold fronts chomp at the tip of the spear. I'm all in the sun. I'm her favorite squeegee man. Geechee black and tan, camel chocolate chip. When niggas look like niggas, one drop tainted angel, indigo and sassafras. This too shall pass.
Gleefully watch the system crash, no matter though they easily rebooted. Back of the napkin, mad, looking fucking stupid. Alas, all I said when I seen how they plan to use it. Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of a human mind. That's the rubric. Deep blue verse, Vladimir Putin. Stepped in the other room, but Hal still read your lip movements. Tears in my eyes, listen to machines make music.
King spit a watermelon man.
Thank you, man. Woods, man. This is such a contemporary album, and man, I really hope more people get a chance to listen to it. This is such a contemporary album in its concept and how it's very modern. I mean, it's talking about things that are literally in the news every day. You know, it's just direct shitting on what the modern day has become, what technology has done. So a bunch of AI jabs here, gleefully watching system crash, no matter though they easily rebooted. Back of the napkin man looking fucking stupid. Alas, all I said when I see how they plan to use it. Oh man. So again, this like, you know, why the hell would we make machines in the likeness of a human? Saying like, hey, you could have seen this shit from the beginning. Like, did you really want a computer to beat a man at chess? Like, did you want to make non-humans more human than us, more advanced and smarter than us? And that it's too late. Like, this is the downfall of mankind. And then he has this little joke, alas, all I said when they see how they plan to use it, you know, which you can make anything, but when you think of, oh, how they plan to use it is by removing all of mankind or ruining what it means to be man, woman, what it means to be human, just jokes it off of like, we were doomed anyway. It was about time these people learn. Like this little joke. And then again, just the direct shade at AI. Tears in my eyes listening to machines make music. Again, of like, now you made them more human than us. Now that machine can literally impose human emotion on me. Now I'm vulnerable to what a machine makes. That's it's terrifyingly grim, but also just direct. Like, it's just direct and very powerful, but also just very poetic. You know, it's a deep statement, but I mean, that's what poetry is. Poetry deals with like super heavy emotions, you know, like the most challenging part of the mind. What we always consider to be a human special gift is vulnerable to a machine.
Human mind, that's the rubric. Deep blue verse, Vladimir Putin. Stepped in the other room, but Hal still read your lip movements. Tears in my eyes, listen to machines make music. It's beautiful.
King spit a watermelon man. See this slang editorial, you keep it. Hands of chance, secret. Scan the crowd, don't ask me how. For the last time, beat it. 90 on the Loop Parkway. Robert Moses moves the crime rate. Musty how the wine tastes. Iron faith without words is dead, making iron shake. Flying past your head, watching prey line way. Friendly fires you don't know to have. Don't make me a liar, I don't all we have.
If you really ill, let me see you build with no mortar. When you there on the ground, there's no border, no matter. It'll still be a slaughter. My aura matte black. Polaroid portraits in Peshawar, crushed scorpions. Gorgeous 16 echoing through valleys and gorges. God's gift, green as the prophet's cloak. Black tea with cardamom and mint. Tangerines of hash smoke. A tree split by lightning, a glow from the wood stove.
You're doing okay, and you're gonna do better.
You're doing okay, and you're going to get better.
You're doing okay, and you're going to do better.
We really get what we ask for.
We get what we really ask for. We get what we really ask for. We get what we really ask for.
We get what we really ask for.
Wow, okay. Okay, so I did listen to 2 singles before I listened to the album. So I listened to Super Nintendo and I listened to Calypso Gene. And in the effort of full transparency, I didn't love this single when I first heard it. But going into it now, with the context that I have of these 2 first songs, I'm gonna literally listen to the song almost entirely differently because of knowing what the theme seems to be, which is this jab at American imperialism for sure, effectively of American foreign intervention, American foreign policy, what it says about humanity, mankind, people who are civilized, and the things that people will do. And that it certainly seems to be what the theme of the record is going to be. And I remember thinking Calypso Gene sounded like something up that alley, but I just couldn't piece what they were trying to say. So listening to it here with fresh ears, I'm really excited about. Again, I wouldn't bet on it, but I'm willing to say that this is, Pakistan. Okay. I should have known that. That's in the disputed India and Pakistan region. And there has been a war going on there for a long time. So, like the war between India and Pakistan is like a war that's been going on for a long time. So again, I think it's talking about war, and I think it's talking about the horrendous acts that war will make someone do. That's why you see this plea here at the end, saying like we're just humans, we're just trying to live here at the end. Polaroid portraits, crushed scorpions. I really like this, and where this is gonna go into Calypso Gene, I feel like I'm just gonna listen to the song so much.
I used to hustle with your grandmother. Used to party before you was even thumb sucking. She lived out the sticks where you could get them by the dozens. Get them off like nothing. Used to let me hold the door keys. I usually kept the little son like, what you need? Might crack you a piece like, hold that. That's that old foot stomp and hand clap. That dipped me in the water. Wash me clean, the water black.
Dip me in the water, run between from corner to sink. Every wrinkle seen, rinsed and steamed. Starched and pressed, crease cut clean. Say with my chest 99 steps. Too late to tell, none for the one time. Wide be gates of hell. Burning gas, standing still. There's a way to crash. Sleepwalking with the blade splits. Razor's edge against leather grain. Tan strap, silly gon' shave, mister. It's the stride like Mogo Jumbi Kamsi. Eyes the tide rise, we used to be a country. Wash me clean too much, I can't unsee. Hungry, wild kipper by the fistful. Beetroot for the ticker, might have to kill what I wish for. No place here for me before I go under.
The border is the river. Snipers watch me swim. 2.7 pounds of pressure on that trigger. Gauging the wind through narrow eyes. Three sisters over the cauldron. Ode to autumn in an old notebook. I'm leafing through like Nas. Didn't recognize my own hand at first. Half surprised, still leaves on the trees. I got half of mine to slide in the water. Let it carry me out to sea. The water gentle, the water deep. Nobody speaks certain things you just know in a dream. The hum of the engine, the thrum of the seat. Father lift me out the car half dead, carry me into sleep. That's still what love feel like to me. Trying to hold it together, the picture can't keep. Mosquito net had a small hole. The moon floating, water so cold. The sun rise and set till it don't.
Get me in the water. 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 Get me in the water.
This is like a long song, but this feels like a transitional song in the record. It kind of feels like this is transporting us to a different place. Like this is transporting us to Africa or Woods' youth, or Africa during Woods' youth. which is probably that one. I feel like this is like this dreamy soundscape to move us to the next setting.
For a sip of cold water, do it all over. Real money's whatever's in your pockets when you broke. Cause for that last 12, 25, dog, you don't even wanna know. You don't prize fighter past my prime, so it's gonna go how I go. No dives though, this deep water can't just hop out the boat. Ram on the shirt, damn right I want that pig smoke. If it's good work, only need a couple toes. Recidivists never gave up hope that we can move that dope. Hold up, let me pull your coat. What a profit of man to gain the whole world if he don't have time to gloat. All white crowd, I laugh at life's little jokes. Some of y'all never got up.
Man, maybe I'm seeing this as too political, but I think it's I think Woods would have a hard time describing this as anything besides political critique, which is in a lot of Woods records, but he's doing everything but calling them out by name. You know, what profit a man to gain the whole world if he ain't got time to gloat? What a bar, you know? All white crowd, I laugh at life's little jokes. You know, that's wow. And maybe it's not. Again, I mean, we clearly didn't change settings. I was wrong about that. Like, we're clearly in what looks like New York City or DC. We're somewhere where we're using $1, you know. So I think I was definitely wrong about the setting. I think we're back in the U.S., New York, D.C.
Real money's whatever's in your pockets when you broke. Cause for that last 12, 25, dog, you don't even wanna know. Don't prize fighter past my prime, so it's gonna go how I go. No dives though, this deep water can't just hop out the boat. Ram on the shirt, damn right I want that pig smoke. If it's good work, only need a couple toes. Recidivists never gave up hope that we can move that dope. Hold up, let me pull your coat. What a profit of man to gain the whole world if he don't have time to gloat. All white crowd, I laugh at life's little jokes. Some of y'all never got up at the crack of dawn to go to work for the low and it shows. Good for you though. It's hard to get out of bed when there's glue traps behind the stove. Bulldozers in the olive grove, soldiers switching to civilian clothes. Every story tell a story that's already been told. Everything's dead and gone, we only had a name of the road.
Stretch a little, take a little more. Stretch a little, take a little more.
Wow.
Down today. Put a little something on it. Getting over everything half price, what he told her. Shopping car rolled in, loaded down. Meat man pulling up in the lady barber. 3 sons on Fulton. Beef, pork, chicken, shrimp, work is work. He smirked, said it only gets harder. Hardest working for your people, be your own. Send my regards, keep your garbage out our garden. I scrub concrete with bleach water and kitchen wipes. Wash my hands 1,000 times a shift. Flip what's hid behind the pipes, it's only right. Name a price, body, mind, spirit. Feel it in your warmest void, behind and under, tweed and corduroy. Looping moving pictures, chicken backs and gizzards. Crack your skeleton, it's baby new year. Crosstown traffic, hop out on Gates and Green. Black Derby, not Nate Dogg with the pinstripe. Step light, bay rum in the air, there's a word for that. I'ma yearn it back, stretch a little, take a little more. Tickets at the door, stretch a little, take a little more. Tickets at the door, down today.
I did it, mama. I did it, pops. Your boy done hunger's had a billion spots. Rolling Stone moss, don't touch me like soap on white folks' legs when they wash. Or a colored kente cloth. The subgenres Da Vinci Core. These thugs sound like pumpkin spice 50 pours. Stress got me at a high smoking point and like grapeseed oil. Tennis soil left me caked in dirt earth. I'm way too loyal, way too cool. Gotta strip layers like working through nursing school. Second coming of nice, rebirth of cool. We hula hoop with the rings of fire, these guys are jumping through. Nothing new. Tear shed for the bucket of tools, so fucker can't be stuck at neutral. Zigzag zigging business as usual. Game runs on lovers and liars, pluggers for hire, old bucks trying to get back on the track and youngins to buy ya. Plus most of these Yakubian products making dollars in the industry are simply DEI hires if you keeping it funky, keeping it funky.
What I expected him to be actually was to be a militant in the line of Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or that guy Garvey. And he was none of these things. He was simply a quiet, very conservative intellectual, and he fitted in very well. He got along very well with everybody there. I never quite understood why I was having problems, why I was smoking dope, why I was always discontented, blah blah.
Okay, hold on. Their use of samples too is really good. They really know how to get the samples to like relay the message again, unless if you didn't catch it somewhere else, you know. It's like one sample of someone else saying the same thing that they want to say, or in the same lane. Quell had a great verse here. I was a little lost towards the beginning, but towards the end he really again, Yakubian. Where did I saw Yakubian use "Miss Me With Y'all Yakubian News"? That was an Elucid line. I can't remember what song. Might have been off the Black Label EP they did, but yeah, that kind of jab too at like the elite white class. I like it. I like it a lot in like the sheer beautiful blackness of it, and I mean that in the most respectful way. Like I really do just adore this type of storytelling, and you know, I really hope that white people who are able to understand or care about learning these people's thoughts and mind isn't interpreted as like me being out of line or me being you know, like white people can't talk about black art. I love it so much, and I mean it with the most amount of respect. I really want to learn and understand the conflict and struggle of others, and I just really dig the message they send and how they unabashedly and are proud of bringing people in to understand not so much their view of the world, but their care and understanding of history and black history. These guys really are. I mean, they're academics. They're more than poets, you know. Like these guys are very well read, and you know, Woods' dad was a revolutionary in Zimbabwe. You know, like these are revolutionaries, and that a similar thing goes for Earl Sweatshirt and where he's taken his music. You know, is that he's much more in this like esoteric, intellectual, underground lane that I think is really becoming popularized through artists like Earl. So the fact that Earl's on like every one of these records is legit. It's like a cool rubber stamp that has drawn in like the mainstream a little bit, whatever the Earl mainstream is. So, all right, we're going to Scandinavia. This one's like let's see, number 5. This is gonna be a long video.
Let's be serious now. Of course they came with that move, cousin. I see it coming. Of course that's what they gonna do, but to me it's nothing to burn this whole thing down and go back to hustling for my dinner. Seriously. It's all I ever did. After all, I'm no beginner. Might sell you a bridge, but it's no regrets when you examine the metalwork. Just say he's best, the arch like a lover's neck. From up here, hard to judge the water depth or guess which way it'll take the body.
1, 2, 2, check it out. Shitty mic, but I ain't going back. My baby's face shining like new pennies. I never chase, I'm in my loafers. It's coming back, I promise, everything you owed us. I never asked, and that was probably my fault. When she told me what she told me, I believe. Yes, I do indeed. It been hand to hand, the pocket sense. Muscle memory, printing e-checks on Fulton. Chicken in the bag with the chicken sandwich. Rick the run up on Mercer Flash.
Money you don't need, brother, I hold it for you. Just say the word. Every dollar I got was earned by somebody, somewhere, but I got it now. Fair foul. Foul is fair. Harvard through the fog and filthy air. Grinning and greasy mirror like you and me is quite a bear. Swimming in resegregated pools of bleach burn good like menthol. Alive with pleasure, I could never be mad at y'all. Scorpion gon' sting, snake gon' bite. I sleep deep and get dressed at first light. One step slow, all it takes.
You
Oh,
won't have
wow.
a chance to change
Wow.
your minds.
Yes, of course, another boot to skull. This one for when nobody came. Punching when I got it.
This beat is absolutely insane. I mean, this is my favorite beat on the album. This thing just, I mean, in stereo, this thing takes you somewhere else, man. Wow. And Woods is, I mean, I love when this is like Woods on Year Zero, where it's Woods with the energy turned all the way up is pretty wild, man. Like when he's really spitting, it's hard to match that energy, man. It's
Just say the word. Every dollar I got was earned by somebody, somewhere, but I got it now. Fair, foul. Foul is fair. Harvard through the fog and filthy air. Grinning and greasy mirror like you and me is quite a pair. Swimming in resegregated pools, the bleach burn good like menthol. Alive with pleasure, I could never be mad at y'all. Scorpion gon' sting, snake gon' bite. I sleep deep and get dressed at first light. One step slow, all it takes.
You won't have a chance to change your minds.
Yes, of course, another boot to skull. This one for when nobody came. Punching when I got it now. Calling gods and devils by their name. 2 club sodas in the ice cup. Instant transfer, change your life. Old niggas skating, spike the pipes. From get the fuck on the shit they might. Such is life. Thin air with the labor breath. Bust this right. To be honest, I wouldn't trade what's next.
Drive straight to the road and then take that left. Headlamps dissipate in the mist. Bushes and trees caress the car whispering.
Red clay, rocks and roots, needle to the wreck.
wow. What is that noise? Wow, that is powerful, man. This beat is absolutely insane. This is one of the craziest beats I've ever heard. And this like little dreamscape high pass thing going
Get the
on.
fuck on the shit they might. Such is life. Thin air with the labor breath. Bust this right. To be honest, I wouldn't trade what's next.
Drive straight to the road and then take that left. Headlamps dissipate in the mist. Bushes and trees caress the car whispering.
Red clay, rocks and roots, needle to the record. Been a couple places, but I never been to Memphis. I made red bean and rice with just my right hand. Bluest night, my guitar caught a body.
Light filtered through white curtains, strange like Scandinavia, like ice on the wing of a plane, like do not step in blazing in Saudi Arabia, like whatever happens never change, like that's that shit I don't like, bitter septuagenarian. I'm nice, like just ask my ex-wife's parents, like y'all niggas talk crazy, but like come on, who y'all supposed to be scaring, like
Wow.
like that.
I won't let you forget it. I won't let you forget it. I won't let you forget it.
Wow. That was freaking cool as hell, man. I really look forward to revisiting.
I put my trust in my own God.
I really look forward to revisiting this song later. This is gonna be a really.
Nothing ever seems to get right.
There's a lot.
But we're married. You're always gone, and I'm all alone at night. But we're married.
World eater.
These beats are these two beats back to back are nuts. This is such a intriguing sound that sometimes I feel like only someone like Armand Hammer could pull this off. Like only these two guys could pull off rap into some of these beats. Like that's wild.
Nothing ever seems to get right. But we're married. You're always gone, and I'm all alone at night. But we're married.
World eater, weeper, feed a cold, starve a fever, leader the unbelievers. But next to these brothers, I'm sounding like a preacher. Next to these niggas, I'm looking like Medipa. Your God died when they damn Kariba. Goddamn Rhodesia, Armand Hammer, acetone, and ether, a fistful of dollars, Ebenezer, squeeze them. In order to be free, I knew I needed a lever. Baldwin in Paris, my mind wanders, y'all might need a visa. Don't lose yourself out here, it's finders, keepers. Crocodiles weeping while they eat your salty tears, all the sweeter. Friday night lights, cannibals fill the bleachers. Read them they last rites, feed them to the creature. Feed the monster, feed the meter. Might do a couple few features, dead at night, open the...
This is so God, I love Woods's like progression in that he reveals enough of himself to where you really can appreciate where he's at in his life. Like throughout Maps, which that's 2 years ago, there was like a tension throughout the album between him and his girl, it was kind of like the overwhelming thing in the back of his mind throughout the whole album, and it comes up in small pieces, but it's very clear when you're done with the album that he's got something going on with his girl. It's either like a communication issue, they're distant, it's affecting him. I think he even opens the record being on a plane, and his girl sends him a message and he doesn't respond, and the whole flight he was just thinking about what he's gonna say. And that's, this feels like kind of a testament to that, of like, yeah, a fistful of dollar, Ebenezer squeezed him. In order to be free, I knew I had to leave her. Yeah. There's like this whole thing going on where like he just has to disappear and go somewhere else. So, Nil By Mouth.
Nothing ever seems to get ready. But we're married. You're always gone, and I'm all alone at night. But we're married.
World eater, weeper, feed a cold, starve a fever, leader, the unbelievers. But next to these brothers, I'm sounding like a preacher. Next to these niggas, I'm looking like Mediba. Your God died when they damn Kariba. Goddamn Rhodesia, Armand Hammer, acetone, ether, a fistful of dollars, Ebenezer squeeze 'em. In order to be free, I knew I needed a lever. Baldwin in Paris, my mind wanders, y'all might need a visa. Don't lose yourself out here, it's finders, keepers. Crocodiles weeping while they eat your salty tears, all the sweeter. Friday night lights, cannibals fill the bleachers. Read them they last rites, feed them to the creature. Feed the monster, feed the meter. Might do a couple few features. Dead at night, open the deep freezer, bathed in light. My days is short like December in Geneva. Every day's a heist, carpe diem. Crazy gas, low mileage. I can't tell you the number, I have to dial it. I can't tell you how to get there, but you can ride with. Taste foul, but still ache like an alligator smiling. I can't tell you the number, I have to dial it. I have to dial it.
I hope that wasn't too autobiographical. I hope Woods isn't saying that like he's gonna kind of fall off for a while. Sometimes it feels like his pessimist attitude will lead him to like stop making more music, because sometimes it's like hinted at that. And this is one of those examples where he says something about like I might do a feature here or there. Where's the line? Yeah, I might do a couple features, dead of night, open the deep freezer, bathed in light, of like, I might go to that dark place for like a couple of features, but I can't keep doing this. And again, Woods' music is so powerful that I hope he's like not talking about himself here, and just talking about like the thought of it. But it's pretty dark, man. It's pretty dark, but it's very cool. Don't go nowhere, Woods. We love this shit.
Could have let these Micron Dons and Don Divas define the lion-hearted. Don't get me started. Self-made martyrs, drew self within margins. Arm and hammer, uncommon carnage. Iran-Contra cadence, psychic karmic violence. One-drop rule at the Radiotron. Negro clash, how low can a punk get?
I think that's the first time I've ever heard Woods and Elucid refer to themselves as Armand Hammer in the same song. Like they each specifically called out Armand Hammer in their verses. So Very cool.
World eater. Could've let these micron dons and don divas define the lion-hearted. Don't get me started. Self-made martyrs, true self within margins. Arm and hammer, uncommon carnage. Iran-Contra cadence, psychic karmic violence. One drop rule at the Radiotron. Negro clash, how low can a punk get? Sean P said no fatigues and sneakers. Tattered edge denim draped like Pussy Willow. Went to sleep and dreamed of exploding beepers. For whosoever believe, long arm of the law, the reaper's reaching. Been on a first name basis, the devil's the hex correctly. Your power's intermittent, the flow like remote control lightning. I dice peppers and ginger, choking on Moonbow. Future shock, boom, the room go. Off everybody, see the van cycling, sickling. Guaranteed make them jump like Raw Strickland. My days long like June in Helsinki. They can't link, broke empty. My gold fronts fell behind the radiator. You can't pay me later.
Everything's wrong. Nothing ever seems to get right. But we're married. You're always gone, and I'm all alone.
Wow. The beat is freaking nuts.
But we're married.
That beat is freaking nuts.
All I've got to look forward to is
I look forward to hearing that elusive. I look forward to hearing that elusive verse again.
Turning back the pages, asked if I would trade it all. Like, please be kind, rewind. We're not talking impossible matters. It's all chutes and ladders. The patterns never more apparent, glaring. Peace scatters after death strokes. Next notes, sour to the tongue, alive with pleasure. Kelly green and mandarin orange. Who I'm is, who I'm aren't. Everything justified when you're starving, right? Hands of chance, buried lamps to not be spotted in darkest night. Twice, thrice, feeling spiteful. It's always where you going, and never just I'm right here with you. That's fair. Part of keeping your word isn't saying much. Three-legged stray expectation, lapping ankles under shaky tables. Change your tone, grab my things, I'm gone. I'm off, I'm mostly on. If not for you, then who's it for? I still will where I want. I'm okay with nothing, that's not my only problem. Numbers on the board, another mark in the column. Pardon.
In front of me, underneath, behind me, above me, in front of me is what I see. Feel me.
She finished her drink and looked at me inquisitively, asking, what's the role of a poet in times like these? I never answered, but it stuck with me all week. Riding the bus, fixing something to eat, putting the kids to sleep, walking the streets at night, burning a tree. Drafty windows got me turning up the heat. Downstairs neighbor called about a leak. Michaela called, we talked till 3 in the morning. My agent called about touring. I dreamt of boats loose from their moorings. We'll see if they're seaworthy, we'll see. I took the 4 to Fulton, transferred to the 3. We'll see what washes up on the beach, galoshes on. He leaps into puddles with both feet on the way home. Bacon grease by the stove for frying eggs, hashed potatoes. I'm smoking in bed, scrolling my phone, novel on the nightstand, untouched. Sleight of hand past moments of dread. Spider-Man perched alone on the ledge, mask off like Future. Rain sluices through gutters, love is searching, the bar's dark. Cars double parked, out of state, license plates, chin-ups on scaffolding. Pull up, what's happening? She said, you got an answer for me yet? I said, I'm still grappling.
Oh. Woods, bro. Wow. That's wow, that is Woods does these where he tells a story like in between another story, you know, like it kind of opens with the question, you know, like here we are at dinner, we're having a conversation, and this is a genuine question asked by someone who cares about me. What's the role of a poet in times like these? And he doesn't know the answer. And in between, you get this whole story of him. It feels so positive, you know, like him living a a good life, a happy life. He has all the little things that he needs. You know, it's normal. He has a kid and he's comfortable in his own skin, like the mask off like Future line of, you know, I'm nothing's covering my face here. This is where I want to be. And that's the question he's asked, is what can I even do as a poet, is spending all this time. It does kind of feel like the last song, where it's like questioning what is even the meaning of being an artist or being a poet or making this music. Like, am I better off just focusing on my everyday life and not trying to in some way share a message, or just do what you can in whatever moment you can. And I mean, that's it's a great question. It's a great thought, and it's just this beautiful verse, very poetic, like very, there's a word for it, very visible. I can see the whole scene, you know. He's painting a picture, and I'm in the moment. I understand. I can feel this life of, yeah, my agent calls me. I got drama going on with the neighbors. I took a trip. I, you know, came home, and I have a family and I have a good life. And in between, the question is, what is even the purpose of being a poet? Recognizing that, you know, he's not making rap records that are selling out crowds. Like, he's using his art as poetry, as something for someone to sit with and digest and care about. Is there even a point if no one's gonna listen? Which is so much of the commentary and joking nature around Hiding Places, is this self-deprecation that none of this stuff matters and I'm not really making a difference, but I have a great life. I can just do that, you know. I'm doing this because I care about it, because this is what poetry means to me. But even now, he's questioning that. He's questioning whether that's what he actually wants to do. It's very again, it's kind of like, it's classic Woods, but it's, I mean, just as good writing as ever. Some of his best writing. I feel like Woods' writing just keeps getting better and better. Like, it's always been great, but his storytelling and the way you can understand and put yourself in that moment. I think of like Black Xmas on Gollywog. Such a great scene, you know, with the folks getting kicked out and all this this stuff, and, you know, knickknacks that the family had is just on the lawn, and people start picking at it, and he's not proud, but he does. And then he tells this whole story about, you know, what he's seeing inside of his home, which you're getting a lot of that here. You don't get like a ton of Woods kind of painting that picture inside of his home, at least his present day home, or what sounds like his present day home. Yeah, really great song, man. That's great.
Who's that?
I'll bring you over 25-year-old ship. Where'd you get it, man? Man, you know.
I feel like this is a lot more cohesive than I think I expected. I think and I probably shouldn't do this, but I saw a couple of I forgot who put out a review before Pitchfork. Pitchfork put out a review like the day of the release, and I couldn't help but glance at it. I probably shouldn't have, but there was another publication that posted a review like 3 days ago that all I really got the gist of from, you know, skimming through it was it's a okay Armand Hammer record, which with how much expectation I had coming into this would be disappointing. And I think one of the critiques was that it wasn't that cohesive, even though Woods and Elucid have their verses much tighter together, almost interlacing them, it still didn't feel that conjoined. I think that's what the review said, but maybe they didn't. Maybe it's the exact opposite, and I totally agree. I think this works really well. I think it's very cohesive. I think the story is clear. I definitely feel like thematically everything has worked together super well. So if that's a critique by anyone, I respectfully disagree halfway through the record. So we'll see how the other half shakes out. Again, we have that the Super Nintendo ending that was the single. And I think I know how we're gonna get there. I think Super Nintendo will fit. And we'll see how. I think Earl's versus Somewhere in California games. So we'll see how he plays into that last track as well. So, all right, I'm excited. I almost want to get there already. I almost want to skip some songs, but I'm gonna keep it together here and do this correctly.
I know everybody in town. I know everybody in town. When you give me the keys to work on? Well, hey, you're out there, man.
I'm impatient. I want to get to Earl's first.
Camera shy, hands held high, with the head goes, body follows. Y'all know I'm not pressed, but I coalesce. The more you hold, it's not a flex. Where you trying to go? I roll trips through dip, skipping stones. Time zone folder, black as holes. Hands of chance, palm the rose. Dead can dance, grease the bones. Check for vitals, false idols. Peace God, I wouldn't lie though. Sign the line. Southlow Day Camp, Chinese Staircase Champ, 1991. I put razor to my head after seeing Onyx throw your guns. Born under warmth of other suns, no answer. You didn't call before you came, King's ransom. You don't wanna know what's in the sauce. You wouldn't guess what's under the floorboards. Richmond, hem and haw, away from every known side, but still won't pay what it costs. A couple scar and a few more. Ball time, hold the door with the toothpick. 2 swords, 1 on each temple. All is welcome. I was fine with a dime sack of hydro and a bootleg smack DVD off Nostrum. 20 years came and went. My face on posters plastered with the ghost of ghetto past. Pour out a little liquor. Date smudged on eviction notice, if you notice. Extra out the picture, not the record. 1 for good measure, 2 for getting over. Closure.
That's me peeling back like I can't remember. Wow. You don't know what it mean to bleed membership, you not a member. You ain't never seen what it mean to have leadership. Show the real, I know evil. Trust the rap from the tag, it's a sequel. I'ma keep it 3012 blue seconds. Blue from the neck, it's what they expect. But they never a threat, we still here. Real shiny hit the heads like murder and cry. It's really a hit on the scale, 1 to 10, how can I?
Shared interests like limited liability, distant and intimate moments. It's only one date, but I don't know, feel like she into me. Love expensive, I'll make do with breadcrumbs and chicken feet. I got chicken feet sticking out stock pots. Miss me with the mystery meat. Fake beef, I'm a broken clock, I never come around. I wait for my time, I'm a stolen watch, new strap. All calls blocked and tumble finger wag, I thought not. Pepper like bird shot, shepherd walkers flock to the abattoir door. It's a dirty game, Lord. Woke since the snot nose jumping at ghosts, but scared money where the smart money go. I cut my enemies exactly enough rope and watch them go ahead on up.
Woods does a lot of that too, the kind of playing on commonly known sayings. That's another very Woods thing to do. I want to start this verse over. There's
expensive, I'll make do with breadcrumbs and chicken feet. I got chicken feet sticking out stock pots. Miss me with the mystery meat. Fake beef, I'm a broken clock, I never come around. I wait for my time, I'm a stolen watch, new strap. All calls blocked and tumble finger wag, I thought not. Pepper like bird shot, shepherd walkers flock to the abattoir door. It's a dirty game, Lord. Woke since the snot nose jumping at ghosts, but scared money where the smart money go. I cut my enemies exactly enough rope and watch them go ahead on up the road. Sunset like gold in the crucible, spider hole in the cubicle. You can pour your whole soul in, it's still business as usual, like them 2 brothers used to do. Bruv talk a good one, I'm like whoop-de-whoop. Second date, the bouquet is for the soup. I got more sour flowers laid on the roof for meteor shower. Holding hands for half an hour, feeling kinda sad.
I'm out the bag. They would've thought I was glad, man. This me peeling back like I can't can't remember. You don't know.
Yeah, this is another like theme that I feel like we heard a lot in Hiding Places. And again, that spider hole in your cubicle. Again, spider hole was second or third song on Hiding Places, where it feels this same way of like I'm present. Well, this is like the album's theme of like I'm present in a situation, but I'm mentally hiding. I'm somewhere else, you know. And this is kind of like that same thing of like he's present, but he's not interested in anything. Crisis phone. It's interesting.
Know what it mean to bleed membership, you not a member. You ain't never seen what it means to have leadership. Show the real, I know evil. Show the people, can't trust the rap from the tail. This is sequel. I've been keeping 3012 blue sets, blood for the necks, what they expect. What the hell, but they never threat.
Sorry, this is really more back. I reread that ending of that Woods verse, and it also has. I feel like we heard it earlier in the record. Maybe I'm not sure where in the verse to which song. Towards the beginning, it's that same. I think it was the opening track actually, where he's pretty much describe. If anyone's ever worked in like a really miserable 9-to-5 job, like a really miserable cubicle job where like it's literally sucking your life away, and you're just getting older by the day, and you're not gaining anything, you're not challenging yourself, you're just working this job that you hate, and it just wastes your life. And again, you could pour your whole soul into it, it's still business as usual. Bruv talk a good one, I'm like whoop-de-whoop. Yeah, I don't care about anything here, and the second I leave this job, they're gonna go on without me. So yeah, kind of feels like it's going back to that earlier theme of regular everyday life is its own level of sadness in Woods' eyes.
We still here, girl shine. It is like murder.
Looks like I want to hear where the sample comes from, but it looks like this touches on that same theme.
I'm not going to tell you anything. I want you to watch me. See what I do. See how I do it.
Like an actual training video.
They never believe you when you tell them either. That's the thing. Son might sell you a boondoggle like 90 ski goggles. In the hood, it's either lead or follow. I'm living like the streets is cobbled. Sit at the desk rolling trees. You would think I'm putting ships in a bottle. 1 seed is a mazel. 2 seeds I'm agreed. 3 we coming to rob you. Since the decision feeling hollow, I miss you, but I'm old. Pride ain't that much to swallow no more. I miss you like the regime toppled. Knew it was coming and still blindsided like Luke Jockle. Blinded white out the mag light, I'm an apostle. They holding mid so every pull of the pit feel like a sneak diss. The split feel like a chairlift. Step off the plane and smile when I can see my breath. You Negroes is dead. The people is fed from the palm of a tyrant. Michelin star, you dying in near silence. Silverware rattling, chewing and sighing. Luxuriously slow violence like Pinochet's best pilots. Death flights with the sun behind us. The South Atlantic, a carpet of shimmering diamonds.
Get off at the last stop.
Wow. This is Woods just calling everyone stupid, and I love that. I love that. He's saying that being rich is stupid. Like, what are you getting out of being rich? Michelin star, you dine in near silence. Wow. Yeah, that's I love that. I love that, man. This jab at the upper class is a pretty cool little thing going on here. He's done it in a couple of songs, and I'm really I mean, that's hard.
From the palm of a tyrant, Michelin star, you die.
The people is fed from the palm of a tyrant.
In near silence, silverware rattling, chewing and sighing, luxuriously slow violence like Pinochet's best pilots, death flights with the sun behind us. The South Atlantic, a carpet of shimmering diamonds.
Get off at the last stop, 1-800 cop shot. If you need a hotline, half-life, state murder pastime. Who promised you tomorrow when they came for me? We was watching towers rise where they fell. Rockets, comets, scarabs, and scales. What matters whose body? Will is free, water's not. Order now, order hot. Few steps ahead of fire. She likes when she's watched. She can tell when you're lying. I know when I'm not. As red as the sky been, as wide as your gaze wanders. Coastline contour, hiss and crackle like third rock in God's crack pipe. How about some hardcore? Past few nights hectic, exit row only, ain't no checking. Can I kick it? Devil water, slick shit out the spigot. Mirages, sleight of hand, I'm minding business that pays. Exact change, may you shine through to the end of your days.
Yeah, this song really makes me, and I really haven't yet connected the cover of the album. And this is like all of these guys' projects, the cover art means something. It usually connects with the theme, and it usually has some meaning. So it looks like Elucid and Woods are at a defense table. I think, looking at it this way, this side is generally the defense table, so they're not the prosecutors in this picture. It looks like they're defendants. And again, he's got these glasses. He looks like they're prepared to defend themselves. You know, they're not. They look like they know what's going on. They're not sad at the defense table. But it's an American flag in the back. That part's very clear. So again, these guys, to use the American flag is definitely not lightly used. There's a lot of meaning here. And again, I wonder if it's talking about like ICE immigration policies. Certainly American foreign policy has already been brought up in this album, but I wonder if like the ICE raids, immigration, again, these guys are, I actually don't know about Elucid. I don't know if he's an immigrant or not, but we know that Woods is. We know that Woods is from Zimbabwe. I cannot confirm or not if he's a dual citizen or an American citizen, but certainly in an immigration status. So, it'd be hard pressed to not mention that part. So, I think that might be playing a little factor in here as well. Certainly, it feels like in Elucid's verse, we kind of get this opening sequence of us fighting against the system. So.
How can I tell him? How can I tell him? How did you know when you were among them?
It's nothing like the slush they give you in the movies.
I know you're not out of jail. You didn't escape nowhere, did you? Oh, no.
I'm early as bounty hunters.
This beat is crazy too. It's like very subtle piano.
I know you're not out of jail. You didn't escape nowhere,
spooky.
Did you? Oh, no.
I'm early as bounty hunters. Knock it. Frederick Douglass up the Yammy like y'all ain't leave me no options. Gas station vacuum the Camry before we hit the border. I'm not them. Shot is off the shoulder, high off the backboard scored, cause I learned on chain nets and crooked rims. Around the same time I learned you're not gonna survive out here with no friends, but friends you know you're gonna have to fight your own battles in the air, bro. Born alone, die alone, homes, you already know I know it's no next to can, though. Strippers on the head of a pen, flights like I'm pushing 10, regulate the airflow. Spin the lazy Susan, Sound man approached with the mic, waved him off like, let me just talk to him.
No grabber, no grabber, not never.
Let me just talk to him.
No grabber,
Oh,
no
man.
grabber, not never, not never. No grabber, no grabber, not never. No
Wow.
grabber, no grabber, no grabber, not never. No grabber, not never, not never. No grabber, not never. No grabber, not never.
How can I tell him? How can I tell him?
Just let me talk to him.
Just
Let me talk to him. Wood says, like, all right, let me just talk. Like, if y'all aren't gonna get the raps, I'll just talk, man.
It's nothing like the slush they give you in the movies.
No grabber, no grabber. Buddy looking half dead, but I'm no doctor. The moment she was single, we leapt into bed like the floor is lava. Pitch my nose and get this bread like IMF loan. I'm known in Kinshasa. Kitchen King Rwanda, I don't know no Lingala, but please know it's no grabber in the spliff. First in show, I love that lil. I'm old and slow, but I'll still get you 14 and 6. A couple assists.
Yeah.
The more I listened, the more I knew his whole thing was a grift. And it worked. And it fits. 2 left feet picking through piles of kicks outside the gas chamber. Ask God's forgiveness, but this nigga never wavered.
No grabber, not never. No grabber, not never, not never. No grabber, not never. No grabber, no grabber, not never. Collect calls in the media shower. Flame trail behind reconsidering power. World Trade Temple, tower like NBA African centers in the 90s. Twin Glocks playing for my dinner. Ginger cut pepper chip, lady finger, give me the light. Said stretch your whole spliff hard to pull virgin tight. Like Jamaican security at your neck. Hang gliding from the split ends of your beard. No grabber, not never. No grabber.
I missed like half of Elucid's verse, still trying to digest Woods's. I'm gonna have to come back to this, but wow. I mean, Elucid sounded like he was killing that verse too, but I was literally so caught up with the end of Woods's that yeah, that was, I mean, that's imagery, and it's dark imagery. It's hard to unsee that image once it's kind of put out there, you know. But this whole like, maybe I can't do everything, but I'm here, you know. I'm old and slow, but I'll still get you 14 and 6, a couple assists. The more I listened, the more I knew the whole thing was a grift. I mean, grift was a word that Woods used a lot in Gollywog. Maybe not a lot, but like 3 or 4 times, just referring to the whole everything being a scam. Everything is out to get you, because you don't matter. Like, that's the Gollywog nihilism that came out, was the things are dark and the things are fucked, and yeah. But hey, man, I'm gonna do my part. I'll get you 14 and 6. It's cool. The vocals sound great. The vocals are very wide. Even the verses, vocals were very wide. Another great Alchemist beat.
I know it. You want this side or on that side?
Someone who put one annotation for an entire Woods verse. It's I haven't read it, but I feel like that's almost disrespectful to take an entire Woods verse and, you know, annotate it as one thought. I feel like he's saying so much stuff that you really got to do it line by line, but I might read that after this verse.
Want to make history? Are you crazy? What's wrong with you? Huh? Yeah, don't let me go. I say, you in the play. You in the play.
I didn't realize we were still on the outro to No Grabba. The basketball game, though.
Like, did you really think you were going to win in the beginning?
I thought I had a fighting chance, but it was a little different in person.
Wow. Yeah, it's just the basketball court, you know. Honestly, now I need to reread it because I bet the setting of this is a basketball court or somewhere playing basketball or comparing it. Yeah, this first Woods verse. Shot is off the shoulder, high off the backboard score because I learned on chain nets and crooked rims. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's interesting. I didn't hear it that way at first because of this kind of the ending of the first verse. I kind of thought the basketball thing wasn't as related, but now I can kind of hear it when you, again, maybe it's not the whole setting, but that idea of, hey man, like let's just, you know, let me play type of thing. Like, 14-6 is pretty good, by the way. Like 14-6 is, if you're doing that in the NBA, you're doing pretty good. A couple assists. I bet Woods can ball. Let's see Woods versus J. Cole.
Bodies in the water like apples bobbing gently. Body stand sentry on battered corners gently with the tiny coffins almost barely empty. Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Everybody was somebody moments before their bodies was torn. Twist bodies like porn after echoing the guns and bombs is gone. Bodies sit forlorn, pitched amongst the bricks. Flung like empty purse after the mugging. Oh, look what the cat drugging. Still moving, piteous. Search the rubble for the slightest movement in the ruins. Secrets grow hideous inside the computer's bottomless pits for bodies to get dropped off in like Catkin Forest. A bitter harvest, a dollhouse of horrors.
Wow, okay, all right. You know, funny enough, now I can kind of see how that can be one annotation, because I mean, that is concise. Yeah. I mean, I'm not 100% sure if this is specifically talking about Gaza, but I'd believe it. I mean, what's happening there is ridiculously tragic. It's in a super small area. It's very visible. You know, obviously, you know, the sad part is that this is happening in more than one place. Like, this type of conflict is happening in a lot more places than just Gaza. It's just we as Westerners seem to only think about that when we think of this type of senseless tragedy, ethnic cleansing. We link that, but this is unfortunately happening all over the world, which is probably also what Woods is going to critique and point out at some point.
Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies on
oh, it's just that. Wow.
Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies.
No Elucid on this song. Unless this is Elucid? Maybe? I guess this is Elucid. Okay. We only have like 2 songs before Super Nintendo, and now I'm... Wow. Yeah, I mean, that is dark, but I mean, someone's got to say it.
day it's a knot, some day it's a bubble. No struggle, up early, dressed like old folk. You've been waiting for trouble. Every corner covered, the lime's crushed, the mint muddled. You talk to me in other people's words. You don't believe enough to burn. You, me, and each other. Before I leave, I'ma leave with something. Somewhere in Shibuya, they playing my song. I built the bomb when you weren't looking. Rewriting my right is wrong. Judge question if those lyrics are mirrors. Riot dawn. Looters list but forgot mirroring. Out sloganeering. At the butcher asking for fake beef. Smart dumb like swayed in the summer all night. Thick air, rain and thunder. Eyes like the hunted. A deader of the sun. Zero sum. Spelling fun like empire. Can't be just one. They said we gone, but we're not done.
Remember when I woke again, I saw my storm. She was a friend of her work, so it never ends. We woke up just to play pretend. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Rewrite thing will make amends. Remember when I woke again, I saw my storm. She was a friend of her work, so it never ends. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Shake that Illuminati. Shake that Illuminati, that naughty. By nature, burnt cork on sun-scorched bodies. Drop Godspeed, also go. On the basis between need to know and ought to know. Neither felt optimal. Giving up goats for land. Break fast with toast, butter on both sides. My non-see by proxy, by 8 evil eyes. We not people. You hold hate for those I hold close. This ain't it, boo. Go sit at the other side of the cafeteria, eat shit, boo. Niggas be flipping, splitting the difference, dipping. What you speaking nonsense on ninjutsu? True power gives power. We ain't gon' get power if ours can't give power. All hands in, fingers saucy, share plates. We ate great. And jitter, extra sour. The witching hour, now patience on a dollar. Inshallah, Lord knows, y'all tryna make the serpent a scholar. Wow, I done seen it all. Slave saviors, baby, done been it all.
I like that there was a Wood song and then a no Wood song. It went right to a Lucid. Pretty cool chorus by Cleo Reed. I really like that. And then Quelle Chris's verse, which I would have to revisit that entirely. I don't think I caught on to the themes. I just wasn't prepared for Quelle that it came on. I mean, I probably want to listen to that again. But all right, we're into California games. Which I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this was singing like Tony Braxton. Yeah, okay. This is that verse that I think people expected to be on this. I'm really excited for this beat. This beat's really gonna be. I remember if it's the same beat, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, what makes Mike's Armenian man? I don't think strikes his bottomless promises have been quartered on, bro.
Okay, there's more going on with this beat. When I heard the leaked performance from Earl's Voir Dire tour, it did not have that that like whistly flute. It did not have that. It was much more stripped down, but it does sound like the core beat is still there. I don't know. We'll see how long that goes for, but I might like the other beat.
Yeah, what makes Mike's Armenian man? I don't think strikes his bottomless promises have been quartered on, bro. The pattern and notice I'm always on edge. The homies are saying, don't even spaz the cylinder glass. We already cracked it, give it a stamp. We subbed the package, we shipping it back. It wasn't too.
Woods' delivery is also, or not Woods, Earl's delivery is also different in this than how I heard it before. And maybe I'm just like overly comparing them because I just recently heard that again in anticipation of this album being like, man, I really hope this is it. And I just really hope, Woods and Lucid come on and kill this beat. But the beat sounds different, and the energy that I would have expected out of this track, because the energy that Earl spits this same verse with is notably different. This is very like more mellow and laid back, and a little bit just like nonchalant, whereas it felt like there was a lot of emotion and energy behind the live performance of this I saw. So maybe it picks up. I don't know. We'll see.
The homies are saying, don't even spaz the set in this glass. We already cracked it, give it a stamp. We subbed the package, we shipping it back. It wasn't too shabby, but was it your best? No stress, I'm not even asking. OT like Barnum and Bailey's, nothing changed much, hound in the bag. Home team, the crest of the 10. Treat that boy like the jest he is. English on it, perfected the spin. I watch most of the messages you miss. Pressure on me, can't prep or pretend. Part of my absence, peer into the past. My eyes got whooped like one of the Jacksons. Warrior path, the man in the mirror at action. I don't need to ask. I ain't in the trap, the rats in the precinct, singing like Tony Braxton. I don't need a staff, but I keep my handy, only the fam.
Yeah.
Clandestine handgun, view to a kill.
It's a different energy, but the verse is still great, man. Yeah, OT is still great.
Star confession, where ocean kiss canyon. Every knee a nail from where I'm standing. Gutted, built to spill, wild without abandon. I don't pocket watch, I think my hands in. Swiss movement engraved in Sanskrit. Genie in the bottle, dirty dancing rancid. Take off my pants one leg at a time, two. Done scrambling, make it move, talk slanting. Maybe 2 or 3 more for weak niggas you ran with. Stranded, I'm smoking your confusion, cold lamping.
48 hours on the rental, 6 hours on the plane. California games with the bag at 68 in the shade. I didn't go mad to take something for the pain. I only came back to tell you about those flames, boy. Only came back to tell you about wire frames and tape cross broke nose. Why I tap a broken home. Fire happens, fire grows, fire burn, fire knows. Don't slit this business, pimps a hoe. The set list kill them slow, if not softly. The exit costly. A cup of coffee. Get these motherfuckers off me, Lord.
It was always fourth down, splitting center. Sickness in the symptom. 6 cent stars pointed at people, not conditions. Fingers twist up. If you could just make it through the winter, twice bitten. Hers was sweet, mine's more bitter. Worth the wait, darkness always was. It was like that had to be created.
With sour malice, my daughter's power balance. Ring cross barren field, strong with the devil's rope. Gave the dead hope, the living weed peeping in the telescope. Light leak in the photo, God's feet on they throat.
Yo, man, I don't want you to harp on shit. But yeah, I was pushing it, man, like we used to be able to do. And I miss that. I miss that I can't just go play ball after doing that. I miss it, man.
Let's not, come on, man. Playing ball and going the wrong way.
It's the same it's the same as a pickup game.
Trying to go up and down escalator is a different story.
It's like a pickup game.
It isn't a pickup.
Yes, it is.
A pickup game is for fun.
I felt young.
Okay, this is so important. That's wow, this is such cool insight to Woods and Elucid. You know, you're getting this is literally just a conversation between the two guys where they're just like shooting the shit, and it seems like this created what would be the record. Like we feel like we're peering in to the conversations that they're having that are, you know, just two people hanging out, but they're talking about these huge concepts enough to where you can make an entire album out of it. And again, we had so much of that basketball thing going on in that pickup game, and now we're back talking about it. Like this was the inspiration for that. So
a cup of coffee, get these motherfuckers off me, Lord.
It was always fourth down, splitting center. Sickness in the symptom. 6 cent stars pointed at people, not conditions. Fingers twist up. If you could just make it through the winter, twice bitten. Hers was sweet, mine's more bitter. Worth the wait, darkness always was. It was like that had to be created.
With sour malice, my daughter's power balance. Ring cross barren field, strong with the devil's rope. Gave the dead hope, the living weed peeping in the telescope. Light leak in the photo, God's feet on they throat.
It's a hopeful message. It's a hopeful message, man. Music lives on, man. Alright,
You
backwards on the escalator, man. Yo, man, I don't want you to harp on shit, but yeah, I was pushing it, man, like we used to be able to do. And I miss that. I miss that I can't just go play ball.
Okay. So this is what he's saying. So he's saying, like, back to what it was like, I'm old, I can't do this shit anymore. This is the conversation where he's like, bro, it sounds like a Lucid's take is, yo, you don't gotta be good to play pickup basketball. Like, you can just play. You don't have to win. You don't have to be the best. You just, like, do it to have fun. And Woods is saying, like, man, I miss when I could go shoot hoops and feel good and feel confident and compete. And now I'm, like, too old to be doing this. And Elucid's like, bro, who cares? I'm curious what he's saying. You really went backwards up the escalator, man.
Telescope, light leak in the photo, God's feet on they throat.
Yeah, I like this little conversation, though.
Backwards on the escalator, man. Yo, man, I don't want you to harp on shit, but yeah, I was pushing it, man, like we used to be able to do. And I miss that. I miss that I can't just go play ball after doing that. I miss it, man.
Let's not, come on, man. Playing ball and going the wrong way.
It's the same as a pickup game.
Go up or down escalator is a different story.
It's like a pickup game.
It isn't a pickup.
Yes, it is.
A pickup game is for fun.
I felt young.
Okay, so it's, I guess they were together and Elucid decided, yo, check this out. I can run up the down escalator. And Woods is roasting him for that. And he says, I felt young. And that might link us back to Super Nintendo. Like, we're here. You know? Elucid saying, hey, man, like, I might be older, but, like, I still want to live with the wonder of youth. You know, I don't want to become old and be miserable. I still want to run up the down escalator. I still want to play Super Nintendo. I still want to play a basketball game. You know, that's all right. I've heard this song more than once, so we're gonna listen to it again. Even though I might already know every word to this. I've been listening to this song. I mean, this came out like 3 weeks ago. I've been listening to this song a ton. But now within the full context, let's get into it.
Of course she grabs hair that grows towards heaven. Pleasure in possession, melding. Black hole she fell in, welding. Every other year I'm shedding. Core element, delicate. Contained in curios and cabinets. Black china, no embellishment. Nobody really getting over, it's all relative. Ahead of my time since 9-9, disciplined development. Jealous God, weathered odds, spilling out the shell I'm in, fella. Don't sell daddy no whiskey, miss me not. My cologne been autumn's rot, from locks to socks enveloping. Babylon medicine, wretch, projectile, head first, innocent step. Felt all out the loop, still feeling woozy. Been the moodiest, miss me with Yakubian.
Oh, there it was.
Many moons, pin where I've been and where
It was in this album.
Group peculiar and wild, style cast shadow like sundial to thou.
We had fun on that Super Nintendo.
Sunday services, blew church out the window.
We was done, finger guns to our temples.
We had fun on that Super Nintendo.
Tiled the door, blew church out the window.
We was done, finger guns to our temple.
We had a time, don't let them say different. We was drunk and high watching Intervention. We was just happy to be outside when our peoples was in prisons of all types. We was just living. It's easy now to talk about wrong and right. We was just living. It's easy now that you know the price. We was just running and ripping. Hands full of life. It's hard to explain a few. Never mind all that. Just put the money in the hat. Rewind my old raps. Wondering where that brother's at. Mom's half deaf, still sharp, but starting to forget. Repeating herself, retracing our steps. Used to be up late pacing, now she sleep like the dead. I passed out on the couch, dreams like lead.
We had fun on that Super Nintendo.
Sunday services, blew church out the window.
We was done, finger guns to our temple.
We had fun on that Super Nintendo.
Sunday services, blew church out the window.
We was done, finger guns to our temple.
Yeah, so I mean, it is totally different in context. Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate the message more actually now that I've heard the whole album, and it does feel like it ends kind of back where it started, like where I thought it was gonna go. I feel like it drifted off a little bit and then came back to where I was hoping it would go, which kind of feels like, you know, Woods and Elucid envying their younger selves before they understood the world. You know, when you can still appreciate all the little things in life without being burdened by the weight and responsibility and tragedy that comes with knowledge and wisdom and becoming old, you know. Like I really like that, you know. He's envying a time where like we were just watching shitty reality TV. We were watching Intervention while drunk and high, and saying like, man, that my ignorance, my, you know, being willing to live in a tiny moment that didn't matter was a genuinely positive distraction from the things that I know now. Yeah, very, very cool, man. It's easy now that you know the price. We was just running and ripping, hands full of life. It's hard to explain. If you never mind that, just put all the money in the hat. Rewind my old raps, wondering where that brother's at. And then he talks about his mom. You know, like we're all gonna die and forget, and like nothing matters. But he says this like intense nihilism in this positive, rewarding way that we hear in a few songs. Probably more Woods verses in here were nihilistic than anything approaching optimistic, but there was certainly 2 or 3 verses where I felt like I took optimism from it, and this is one of those verses. This is one of those verses where I feel like I'm happy for Woods, you know. I feel like he's finding peace, and I like that. So I'm gonna play the last minute. I'm really gonna have to revisit. I know Elucid, so many people are like, oh, he's just like too complex to understand. I feel like a ton of his verses were really approachable, but it would take me a handful of more listens to really appreciate what his story that he's telling is. And I might not get it from 4 or 5 listens, but I feel like I'll certainly have a better understanding. And with both of these guys, I often find myself reading the verses just as poems without beats and Elucid's crazy sounds, which I haven't even really talked a ton about the soundscape of this record. It's not, it is your standard Alchemist type beats, but it's like a different Alchemist. It's much more experimental, much more raw, less polished and finished version of Alchemist that might not work as well with every artist, but it works really well with these 2 guys. In fact, it's very specific sounds that these guys can really get these poems to sound as good as they do on. So I really enjoy their style when working with Alchemist. I didn't think any of the beats were bad. I don't think any of them were so memorable that I have to hear that again. Outside of a couple of songs in the middle, I really was sending me somewhere. I think it was Scandinavia and Nil By Mouth. Those beats had me hypnotized, but they were so hypnotizing that they weren't. I'm not remembering it now. So, but yeah, really looking forward to coming back into some of these beats, coming back to some of these verses. Overall, I mean, I feel really, I really enjoy that album. I feel like I have to listen to it a few times before I could ever do anything as bold as rank it or rate it or apply a number to it, but I think there was definitely a story being told there. Really was hoping, and we got plenty of it as far as political commentary go, but I'm not sure how much the album cover feels addressed when I'm all said and done with the album, you know? Like, I didn't take away Woods and Armand Hammer making their case or in that way. I mean, it was there if I were to keep it that loose, but within this context with the American flag, there was definitely commentary, but maybe not as direct or scathing or overwhelming a part of the album. But I mean, there was definitely still a lot of references to it. Yeah, I mean, feels like a great addition to these guys' catalog. There's quite a few albums that I have to consistently revisit, but there was a lot of gems in here that I look forward to revisiting and coming back to and studying a bit. But yeah, super cool. Let's play out with the rest of Super Nintendo, and yeah, I guess we'll cut the video off. This has been a long time. I'm gonna see how it cuts back into the beginning.
Jazz hat like Laraaji, black derbies and
I forgot how hard the album came on. All right, man. That was the video. I had a good time doing this.